All right, hello everybody, and welcome to some live ITSL action here tonight. We have two heavyweights from the Calgary division, with Justin Abramson as the U.S. going up against Tim Furrow as the USSR, as both players look to try to increase their odds of winning their respective divisions. Justin comes into this matchup at 16-3, hoping to go to 17-3. Justin will need another loss from Michael Stryker here to have a chance at the division. And on Tim's end, a win would put him in decent position to win his division as well, with Isaac Henderson close on his heels. And just to make this a little bit about me, Derek, if Justin prevails here and Isaac loses his last two, I will take the division crown. So I certainly have a rooting interest. Thank you so much for hosting the stream tonight, Derek.
Oh, of course. No, this is going to be a fantastic game to watch against two really good players, both fighting to win their divisions. So can't wait to see it.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And excuse me if I root a little bit for my decent teammate here, Justin. Again, some playoff implications for me here. So Justin comes in with a pretty strong opening hand here. Love to see Marshall and Europe, and he's got all three Europe attack cards. So I think we will see Marshall plan open here, and then Europe scoring should be well in the bag here for Justin.
Yeah, definitely a great opening hand. I would be shocked if he doesn't get a Europe domination somehow with this hand.
Yes, something would have to go very wrong. Now Justin is going to have a little bit of a challenge here because NATO and Warsaw are fine. But then he is going to have to deal with the three Europe cards. So I don't know what he's going to do here. And he is saying that in the chat here. You have to headline Marshall here, I think.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm guessing Tim not very happy to see a Marshall open here. Justin is indeed going to go with it. And I think we're going to look to see him get Europe off as soon as possible to deal with that obligation and open up his hand a little bit. He'll not hesitate to play De Gaulle, probably space Suez, hold Socialist, but we'll see. Okay, and a little bit weak headline here from Tim.
Yeah, a lot of the strong headlines are in Justin's hand right now, but this probably means, though, no Nasser, no Vietnam, at least.
Yeah, no Purge, you would imagine. And I don't know, if he didn't have defectors in his hand, then probably hesitant to go with one of the D cards here. All right, so Justin does indeed get his Marshall plan off. I would expect we get a Grand Coup from Tim. I think this will tell us a lot about the strength of his hand here, depending on what we see here for a coup card.
In which free institutions can exist. Such a system, I am convinced.
All right.
And there's the big old 4-op.
And there's the big old 1. Ouch.
In the future,
that's just so played against the USSR, and now, Justin, a little bit of a decision here. Tim could make it a little painful if Justin plays Warsaw, but I think a 4-op here is good too, just to secure Pakistan and get the 1 into Malaysia.
Yeah, I like this.
So, of course, no rush to play Warsaw, Marshall and NATO in Justin's hand. So we'll see how Tim responds here, probably South Korea, maybe Iraq. But we will see. Tim might Malaysia coup could be on the board, particularly if he has Doc and cover in his hand. Certainly, Justin. That's probably the last thing Justin wants to see right now.
Yeah, definitely would have a chance of losing him Thailand, but decal.
Okay. All right, he's gonna go all Asia. Wow. That might indicate that. He has Asia scoring in his hand. This will be interesting to see what Justin responds with. And he is.
I was going to say, you coup Thailand, right?
Yeah, I mean, a fail is
very bad. Yeah, but if you don't do it, you're probably losing Asia anyway.
Probably, yeah. Your other option is maybe take India, but then you invite Pakistan
Right.
coup. Even if you get a 2 or a 3, anything really but a 1 causes Tim's problems. Certainly a 4 is delightful, and he gets a big
5
5.
is fantastic.
Tough start for Tim here. And now Tim could get sneaky. I don't think he'll do it, but you could see like 2 you go 2 check and then try to block Justin. But I don't think we'll see Tim do that.
Yeah,
now,
that would be very surprising if he did that.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. I'm just gonna take and then probably the other 2 in South Korea here. All right, I think we'll just see Europe. Yep, we do. Okay, so tough start for Tim. He's already given up the China card. He is going to try to fight here for Asia Dom, but he's also going to have to spend some ops in the Middle East before the end of the turn. Justin, with lack of playable ops left, okay, that's going to help him. Tim smartly gets his obligation out of the way there. Iraq. Let's see if we see Justin go to space. No, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I was assuming space first, but
well, he got special, so you don't really care about the ops out of the UK here. He does spread now. Arab Israeli is relatively free, as is. Now, De Gaulle is a little bit interesting, but I guess Justin just says, you know what, take the 2 out, and I'll make it 3-1 at the end of the turn there.
Yep.
I'm a little surprised Justin did not want to go to space.
That's the thing I was surprised about. Not necessarily spacing Suez, but spacing something.
Yep, I would imagine he wants the 2 ops from the AI war. I suppose you could space socialist. Justin certainly will not be spacing De Gaulle. That would be against his TS religion. So yeah, tough start for Tim. I have to imagine that he has Asia, dumping all 4 decall ops into Asia. Now, I mean, DEFCON was at 4, so you don't want to give up any nasty Africa coups, but still pretty aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Tim's going to lower DEFCON here. Oh, no, he's going to go to Lebanon. Okay, prevent the Dom. Solidify his presence in the Middle East. That's a good play. Makes Arab Israeli a little awkward, although not the end of the world here. Let's see if Justin fights for Korea or perhaps goes to Libya. He could also put both in France and free up De Gaulle a little bit, but
I like Libya.
Is the right player.
Yeah.
All right, so I think Tim deserves this role here.
He does, yeah. It's not been going Tim's way so far. There he goes.
Okay, all right. That makes me feel a little bit better, even though, again, I am rooting for Justin here a little bit. But still, it's been a tough start for Tim. And he had
Middle East.
Oh, wow. Gives up the 2 VP for Middle East. Okay, so we're going to space socialist, hold De Gaulle. This makes sense. Okay, so now... I was going to say Tim in a good position here to get Asia Dom, but I think that's going to be Justin's headline. The DEFCON's at 4. IP war would be very bad for Justin. I think containment's probably the other one. It would be a full power containment.
Yeah, I think IP war. I think you're losing Asia regardless if that hits in the headline.
I mean, if that's the case, I wonder if you think about containment here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of it, probably.
Yeah, it's decent. Here we go. Oh, no!
Okay. And how quickly the tide turns. All right, huge roll for Tim, and he is very solidly back in this game. Yeah, I agree, Justin. You should feel less bad. Okay, so now an important coup exchange. I think we'll see Tim go for Panama here, although I guess he could go for Thailand, but would need a very big roll. But you hope you damage it, maybe you force Justin to fix, and then you coup Panama. So let's see. I might think about it if I'm Tim and I have the purge, maybe. But we'll see. Now this will be interesting. I wonder what Justin is gonna hold here. Containment's tempting. Fidel also tempting. Okay, just a 2-up coup out of match. Panama, nope, goes after Iran. Hits the roll. Now Justin has a tough choice here. He is not going to hesitate. He's going to coup right back. He is going to give up some position in the Middle East. If he does that, you imagine Tim has a 3-up somewhere that he can go ahead and take Iran with.
Yeah, plenty of 3-ups available, although really Comic-Con is... Oh, EU is not bad either. Comic-Con and EU are really the only free ones left. I think D-Style and Duck and Cover obviously not, and NORAD are still out there.
I mean, with Tim's position in Asia, I think he could afford U.S.-Japan, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
So you think he's well on his way there to securing 4 battlegrounds?
Well, we do have to... Okay, he's going to use a 4-up, so probably overprotect Pakistan here and take... Yep. Oh, he's not even going to take...
Okay, not gonna let Justin jam. Okay, if I'm Justin, I think I take Iran right back.
Yes.
I don't know if the overprotection of North Korea was necessary there. Justin's not somebody who, particularly with no 4-ops in his hand, is going to jam North Korea.
Mm-hmm. Makes me think that maybe Tim doesn't have U.S.-Japan if he was worried about North Korea there.
Yep. And now Justin, yeah, this is tough. I mean, long-term play here with Africa. We've seen G-Call. We obviously haven't seen D-Stall. We could have thought about 1 in Algeria, 1 in Iran. Justin's going to be in a little bit of an awkward position with Nasser yet to be seen here. Okay, Tim goes to space. All right, now no one wants Iran. It's also interesting that Tim declined to hold defectors. Defectors is a nice hold as the Soviets.
Yeah, like what?
To worry about it.
Would he have that's worse? Oh, unless maybe he does have U.S.-Japan and he's gonna use UN on it, so he knows he has to play defectors.
Yeah, that's possible. It's good thinking. Okay, now I don't know. Don't rush to space here. I guess Nazis, but you'd think you'd see that first. Okay, Justin also misses the space roll. Okay, so it looks like Justin's going to try to hold containment here, which makes sense. Korean War almost... Okay, that makes sense. Now...
Well, I was going to say, do you use the China card to take Korea?
I don't know. That's tough. You don't have Japan, and you use that China card, and then Korean War comes back, and you lose it. That's tough. I think Justin at this point has said his goodbyes to Asia.
Yeah.
All right, and then there goes De Gaulle. So I'm a little surprised Justin did not play it on turn 1 there, because now he's in a position where De Gaulle can haunt him again. Justin's TS guy, going to be a little upset, I think. Yeah, and now Justin very paranoid, and rightfully so, about France. And he's also not going to get to hell containment, so good luck there by Tim. I would also say to me that, I think we would have seen D-Stall, so
oh yeah.
I think whoever draws D-Stall turn 3 So huge advantage. And there's Nasser. I thought that might be the case. So I think if you're Justin, you just go ahead. One in Israel. So yes, he wants to get to Cameroon. He's putting the one in Israel so he doesn't get in a situation where he gets knocked out of the Middle East entirely. But interesting, you take Egypt back, you even out the Middle East there. A little uncharacteristic. I don't usually see Justin go into Costa Rica, being a little defensive here. Perhaps a little bit tilted by the IP War Asia exchange at the beginning of the turn. I'm a little confused by the Israel.
I don't mind it, but I don't think it's something he needs to do right now. Because he's got time to worry about Muslim. Like, he could spend turn 3 putting something into Israel.
Okay, so Tim does draw D-stall, so he is certainly happy to see that. Justin is not. Tim also draws the Nazis, as well as duck and cover East European unrest, independent Reds, and UN. If I'm not mistaken here.
I do not think you are.
So, just thinking about headlining Romanian, interesting call, or NORAD. He's thinking about Romanian just because of the independent Red situation. He's certainly too conservative of a player, I think, to headline Europe. Worried about any of those. Well, I guess only 2, Socialist or De Gaulle, would be redraws on Tim's end. I think you're very scared of Purge if you're Justin here, although 2 1-ops and a scoring, maybe not so bad. Okay, big D-stall here. So now Justin very happy he did not. Well, I guess Romanian would have gone off after D-stall.
Right.
But Tim has plenty of fuel. Lebanon, certainly probably take 2 out of there, maybe 3. And he's got plenty of points in Europe. So I would expect 1 Nigeria and then 3 into South America here.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yep, and that is what we get. And a coup in Africa, and a UN duck, I would assume.
Oh, CIA.
CIA. All right, gets enough. Okay, so Tim's certainly happy here. Now Justin just goes right for the realigns. This is aggressive.
And he's using nuclear test ban, which is a redraw. Is he...
I don't know, Justin. You can take back Egypt, even out the Middle
there's
East.
plenty to do. Yeah.
Africa, Panama, Mexico. You could start a fight for South Korea if you really wanted to.
Step into Colombia. Yeah, there's a lot he could have done here. Although, he gets... Okay, well, he realigns him out of Africa, so worked out.
Yeah, now, Tim has one unknown, I think, and it was so devastating if it's decall.
All right, well, it's probably not, because I think we would have seen it there.
Yes, most certainly we would have. Okay, so Justin, I think that those realigns ended up being worth it. That's certainly worth 4 ops to kick Tim out of
that was
Africa entirely. So, once again, Justin showing why he's very good at this game.
Yes. So it seems to me whenever I get control of Africa as the U.S. in the early war, it doesn't end up scoring until like turn 7, and then by then I've lost it.
Yep, certainly. Yep, and so Justin kind of forced there, at least to go into Nigeria. I do want to get Romanian out as soon as possible, but I just have a little bit of a fetish for making independent Reds annoying. So
yeah.
That's just me. All right, Tim with now 7 in each of the European battlegrounds. There does go independent Reds. Yeah,
There
yeah,
we go.
yeah,
Yep.
Justin. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he needed to get Nigeria because of the threat of the coup.
Yeah, that made
When
sense,
he
but he
came
didn't need the
through.
3 ops.
No, he did not need 3 ops. But he gets his 5 from Europe here, so that's going to help with the VP track certainly. But Tim's still in a pretty strong position. Asia yet to be scored, Middle East yet to be scored. He's going to get South America. Let's see if he goes up 2 in the space race. He does not. I wonder if you're Justin if you space Vietnam just to get moving on the space track.
Yeah, might be worth it.
And do you hold U.S. Japan? I wonder.
Yeah, you don't have a lot to do now, so it might be nice holding a 4 op to the mid-war.
Yeah, at the same time, you can take Africa control, take Mexico, you maybe go into Guatemala. Tim's just going to busy himself, rightfully so, there in South America. All right, you got some semblance of revenge there in Romania, Justin. Okay, that's reasonable as well.
Oh, okay.
Malaysia might be good too here. A brush war of Thailand, and you are in a little bit of an awkward spot in Asia. Tim might take the opportunity here to coup. We don't know what his last card is. I don't believe.
I think I would coup here, especially since Justin didn't fill Canada. I think I would want to stop Justin from filling that.
Right. Right. Plus, it's only one VP. Justin coups back. Tim only has the 1 mil up. Thailand's certainly looking vulnerable over there. So I think we'll probably see Justin, if we don't get a coup from Tim, see Vietnam into Malaysia and Canada, I would imagine. And Muslim's going to be a real problem if it comes up turn 4 here for Justin. Tim's thinking about it, no doubt, thinking about that Guatemala coup. There's
Defectors redraw.
Some nice redraws there for Tim. Okay, declines the coup. And he's overprotecting. I understand South Korea. I'm not sure that I understand Iran.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I guess a break there does stop his domination. So
yeah,
perhaps,
but he could have broken Iraq as well.
Yeah, he could have. Oh,
not bad.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Okay.
Got some toys to play with in this hand.
This is turned into quite the swingy game here. No real problems here. He is going to go with grain, which is a good protect Africa. I think that's a no-brainer here. He's got Usuri, so potential to fight a little bit in Asia, although Tim has that pretty well overprotected. We might see Justin just flip Laos and Indonesia with Usuri there.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Yep. But valuable information nonetheless. Okay, now a 3 VP OPEC. Yeah, just do Venezuela. You roll a 2. It's 2 VP.
Perfect.
Gets a 3.
Well, not perfect, but
not perfect.
Saved a VP.
Okay, and now Doug and Cover went to space last turn. Okay, so 5-year plan, I think, is playable unless I'm being stupid.
I believe you're right.
So let's see. Tim, I think, can easily wait on Asia scoring. I think you got to take Venezuela back because of Panama puppets, etc. There. And even Huta, I think grain is probably a better headline than Huta. All right, so Tim again with a little bit of a weak headline there. Cambridge 5, although that information is valuable. I think even if you don't hit anything on turn 4, it just tells you a lot about kind of focus on your priorities rather than worried about your opponent scoring anything here. So he can take his time with Africa, with Central America. Also, maybe says that he doesn't have any of the other scoring. So this could be interesting. Now, let's see if Tim is clairvoyant. He will put 3 in Venezuela, and we might see that right here. Nope. Okay. Well, I think we'll see voice here pretty quick.
We need to see voice, yeah.
Yep. And now what do you do with this? Laos, Indonesia.
Indonesia makes sense.
Yeah, that's better. You can't get back in there. So I have a little bit more flexibility with Usuri. And I think if I'm counting right, 1, 2, 3, that'd be 4, 5 versus 5. So Justin could tie up Asia there, forcing Tim to. He could either flip Laos back or he'd have to take Burma and Afghanistan to regain, and Justin has some options. At the same time, I think we'd see Asia scoring here.
Yeah.
If Tim has it. Uruguay, let's see, maybe we get a poke somewhere, like a Libya, and then into Uruguay.
Yeah, Uruguay seems like definitely a move we're going to see here.
Yeah, I think a poke of Libya and 1 into Uruguay, if he has a 3-up or a 4-up. 1 into Uruguay doesn't fight that coup, but yeah, I think, Justin, I think you're right. I think a 5-year plan event is pretty good for you. A lot of good blue events. You wouldn't want to hit like Astronaut would be bad. Or potentially, God forbid, Africa.
Yeah. I don't think he has Africa, but yes, that would be awful.
But a lot of other good stuff there as well. Let's see. Okay, Tim goes to space. He hits it, so he's going to get the double space no matter what. It's just going to do it right now. I like this. I just for fun, for fun's sake, because Tim probably does want to space another card. CIA's the deck, so you're not going to DEFCON Tim here.
So that's not bad.
See, but but
it's probably going to get evented anyway. But
I think you'd rather hit pretty much any other card, force Tim to play that one off.
Mm-hmm.
But it does stop that poke in the Uruguay situation. Mm-hmm. Tim might have a little bit of a tough hand here. Pretty eager to go to space. No, that's not doing what you wanted.
Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff out there.
So I think Justin can pretty comfortably hold containment for the next turn. Alliance, you probably just play the ops and hope it comes back to you. Nope, and then the Pope's going to go to space. Yeah, so that's sad towel noises. Could go to space here, Justin. Just get that obligation out of your hand. Okay, that doesn't stop Dom, but again, I just don't see Tim having it.
No.
I think Saudi's a little bit of a bluff because, well, I guess you put Olympics in there. Justin here, I think, I'm wondering if he'll go to Columbia AR7.
Oh,
Okay, well, that's
shuttle.
and I think that does that stop Asia now? Does indeed.
Um, yeah,
Yep, it does. It
interesting.
does, yes. Rough hand here for Tim.
Yeah.
Looks like it's two spaces. That's the dot. That has to play a pretty bad shuttle. Although if he can get, okay, he does not have any mill ops. I'm a little surprised. I think I'd rather coup Guatemala there. But just going for the VPs up 6, trying to extend that VP lead.
Do you still
All
event? I was about to say, do you still event a Surrey here?
I think you do.
Yeah.
I think Tim's hand is bad. I don't think that he can flip Laos back. I do think Justin's saving. I think he wants his AR-7 to go to Columbia, but we'll see. Also, taking. Oh, okay. He's just going to flip it and not event it. That's interesting.
Okay.
That's interesting.
I mean, that you really only need to flip it to, because he's not trying to take domination. He's just trying to prevent domination, and this
Yeah.
prevents it long term, even without shuttle, assuming it doesn't get flipped back.
Yeah, your other options maybe like Afghanistan or just bug chance by putting 2 in North Korea or Pakistan, something like that. So interesting long-term play there by Justin, but I certainly like flipping Laos, stopping. Now we get the coup of Guatemala. Oh no, okay. Cameron forces Justin to protect both of those. No, you don't need Canada, buddy. All right, so yeah, I think you have to. Okay, gonna ignore it. Okay, interesting. Yeah, why not? Tim, gonna have to pass here. Because
he doesn't have a card. Okay, yeah. Oh, I love this play then.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Okay, yeah, no, this is good. You're adjusted. Okay, so we go to turn 5. Events a little bit weighted in Tim's favor. We get our first power card sighting here. A quick headline by Tim, which indicates it could be a junta or a brush for, or ABM. Again, no real problems, and there is junta. Okay, so let's see what we get missile NB here. I like this. Justin has brush war in his back pocket should things get really dire. Should also help protect Africa, though he will give Tim the ability to flip one of those. Probably not going to get nuclear subs off here, because what are you going to coup with Lads and Brezhnev at the end of the turn?
Yeah, not a lot of options there. Oh,
huge!
That's
huge
nice.
I think Argentina.
Do you coup or do you place influence here? Because
just put it in Brazil and take Africa control, or
well, I guess because Tim's gonna have to play missile envy.
He does, yeah.
So if he rolls poorly, well, the problem is if he rolls well, he could take South America control.
Yeah, you could two Brazil, coup Venezuela, and then take Brazil with missile envy. It's a possibility. We could also see Tim maybe. Yeah. Tim might decline to coup. I don't know.
So he could coup in Africa.
Colombia. Yeah. It'll depend. I think if he has Africa in his hand, he might be inclined to do that. So we'll see. Still, look at this, though. Central, South Africa, Middle East, Asia, Southeast Asia, all unscored. Big decision here for Justin. Yeah, I don't know either, buddy. I think I would just be blockheaded and coup Argentina. It is a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you do have Brush War there in your pocket.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but
I think I like
yeah.
Africa Control and Brazil, and then let him take the role on South Africa, or take a coup in Africa.
Okay, goes.
I get it. I don't know. What do you think about this?
I think I'd like to be, if I'm going to go the route of placing ops, which I think is a good idea, I think I want to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, I agree.
Take South Africa. It prevents Tim from just dropping Africa after a coup, right? Because you could get a situation here where Tim puts the 2 in, coups in the Americas, and that just drops Africa. It would be for 4, but that's a lot less than 10.
Yes. Yes, I believe you're right. 4 is less than 10.
Now he does have missile envy. Okay. So he does successful Panama coup there, huge for Tim. So he does have to play missile envy. So Justin will have the opportunity to take Africa control, but he's not going to be able to do it while protecting Nigeria and Zaire at the same time here, unless he wants to use China, which he might. Okay, so Colombia or Guatemala, Colombia. Okay, yeah, that's reasonable as well.
Okay. Yep.
I suppose you could also just put lads in South Africa and say, Timmy, go ahead and flip one of them, and then you could play Brush War. I think Justin probably wants to brush in the Americas.
Mm-hmm.
This is also not
bad. That works too. Yep.
Yeah. What there would have been bad.
It would have been very bad.
But you knocked him out there. You stopped the threat either way, so I think that's oopsies. Okay, well, now we're back to where we started. We go back here.
Yeah, I think it was a low enough roll that you take a chance.
I think so too.
All right.
Okay, gets it. Okay, big roll there. We could just see coups back and forth. I think that probably benefits Justin if we get into a coup war here. Okay. Fidel, it's a good event. Tim, Southeast Asia.
Brush Panama makes sense. Really seems like Tim has Central.
It does, doesn't it? 50-50 here. Big roll. Misses with a 2. That hurts. I would expect that we see Central if he has it. Now, interesting. It looks like Justin's maybe going to hold decall. Oh, okay. Well, now you're not cooling that back. I think you have to retake Africa Dom here, and then you're just going to have to sacrifice Nixon into South Africa. I suppose you could play the China card, although I'm not totally sure what you're doing with the other 2 ops. But I think you absolutely have to take Africa Dom here. Yeah, I don't really see another option for you.
Yeah, this makes sense.
So I expect a coup from Tim here in Zimbabwe. I think Justin could pretty comfortably put 2 in South Africa. Tim doesn't really have anywhere to break, so he's going to have to adjust has to score Southeast Asia. Okay, well, Tim's going to do nothing. So I think he scores Southeast Asia here. Give yourself a little bit of flexibility, and that is what he's going to do.
Because Africa would have been scored a while ago if Tim had it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So now let's see if Justin Space's D-collar holds it. Maybe thinking about, because he's in no danger here of getting into 3-out space territory. So you could comfortably hold D-collar, although the purge is still around, which makes that a little awkward. As is Quagmire, and Tim certainly will not hesitate to event Quagmire with NORAD in effect, although it has got Justin exactly 0 ops thus far.
That's always the case when you event Quagmire yourself, or event NORAD yourself.
Yeah. Maybe, actually, no, thinking back to that, Iran, the protection of Iran, it was maybe a NORAD
situation. That makes sense.
What Tim was thinking there. All right, so I think that the event cards are in Tim's favor, although the U.S., not many of the starred events are gone. So Justin has a strong late war coming here potentially. Okay, Tim is just going to say, you know what? No nonsense from you. In Central America, under Laos, Cambodia. Laos is interesting, but I think Mexico was good there because Libs is still yet to be seen. Okay, so still a bunch of scoring cards out there. Justin's going to draw South America, which as of right now is not a problem, and I think even that, you might see a Bear Trap, Flower Power combo here. Bear Trap and then Flower Power coup Argentina, which in a pretty strong position in South America. He's going to get some flexibility here from Salt, and certainly plenty of good Salt targets for Justin. And we do go with Bear Trap. Still no gunman unseen here, so Justin's got to be a little bit nervous about drawing that turn 7. But again, a hand with not a ton of problems. You're going to have to probably eat one of Portuguese or Liberation, although you won't have to do that if you play Salt. But I don't think we'll see Justin go into turn 7 there holding those two.
Yeah, I agree.
You'll figure out a way around Portuguese here.
Yeah,
there's Gunman. All right, Justin, happy to see that. It is going to deprive him of that big 4-op coup in Argentina. And I think we might see Tim go after Africa here. So big enough role for Tim, and Justin's in business. ABF's still around, although not a huge threat, I don't think, to South America. Made a pretty big role there on Brazil. But still probably a concern of Justin's. Yep. And big 6, so huge for Tim. All right, and then our man.
All right, fails.
Uh-oh.
All right. How can you take advantage here if you're Justin?
Yeah, now you got to think about this. Gets 2 back-to-back ARs. You could go into Uruguay and then jam Argentina, I suppose, if you want to be greedy about South America. But that's a 3 AR process to do that.
Yeah, I don't think
Salt is good. Salt is potentially good. You get the first coup. I don't know what Justin's thinking about. Rush is good. Hoot good.
Voice
is good. A lot of good stuff here for Justin. Voice is interesting because you can play it, get it back in the reshuffle deck. Although there's now like absolutely devastating voice targets right now. So interesting decision here for Justin. He's counting up Asia, wondering if there's a risk there of losing Asia. I would like to see Justin do something aggressive here. He's reaching for one small step. Please do not play that as an event. Don't like that. You I think you either need to salt or you need to do the walk to Uruguay and just hope for another miss. I hate hoping for a miss on Quag or Bear Trap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, this I think is right now. It's interesting what he's going to go for. Brush is good under salt, right, because it's not affected by salt. But, you could roll it too, like you did in Panama. Voice is good as well. It gives you a lot of flexibility. You could be mean, I guess, just great sales, but okay, goes with voice. And now Tim in a little bit of trouble. Okay, he gets out. And now DEFCON at 4. Do you use your 4-op and coup Nigeria?
Looks like
He
you
does. He gets a big roll.
That's
so
pretty
Tim,
big.
Yeah, Tim needs a big roll here in Zaire, probably. I have to imagine. That's the target. The other thing about salt is if Tim does have ADM, loses some punch. Okay, so he's got a big 4-op himself. There's Zaire. Tim gets a big enough roll there. Okay, but NORAD 0.5 may show on itself. What do you got, Justin? Not much.
Tim has done a great job of protecting from
Yeah.
NORAD.
He didn't even break anything. You know what? No. I think I like maybe no. Okay, yeah, just no good. I suppose you could disrupt Asia, but I think this is better. Central America, you do have some hope of flipping, or at least you're going to cost him 4-ops here that he might not have. But Justin's hand looking a little ugly all of a sudden here. And a certain no problem. I think we'll see Libs either go to space or just be held to keep it out of the turn 7 reshuffle. It's just looking for it, I wonder. Yeah, I'm thinking about this. You have better way voice. One thing he could do, it's not great for Saul, he could coup Colombia and then event voice in South America.
To give yourself the domination.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a long shot there because Tim obviously gets to respond. Overprotecting Laos is good, depending on how you want to use voice. I kind of like holding voice. Just get South America out of here, although it doesn't. Tim will certainly drop Central if he has it. Just to maybe think about holding voice for AR7. Tim obviously knows Justin's hand because of the gunman. Okay, so he goes conservative. He drops South America, keeps that flexibility there in his hand with voice. Just is going to end up holding 2, of course, because of salt. I think it'll be Liberation and something else. I think Liberation is valuable enough to keep out of the reshuffle, particularly with Central America the way it is.
Definitely.
So this is interesting. Tim doesn't have any scoring cards. We can go into turn 7 in Central Africa, Middle East, and Asia. Yeah, unseen, and you get one of those unsightly hands when somebody draws 3 scorings. And even, there's Middle East. Yeah, so we're not going to deal with that. Gets rid of shuttle. Does not change Asia dog because of the country count. It does. Justin is got to think real hard about protecting Laos now. Because Tim. Oh, sneaky. Sneaky, that hurts. Okay. Still not much to do with those ops. I might rather take my shot at Haiti or Nicaragua there.
He's talking about the space race.
Yeah. Okay, 0 up coup, and enough. Yeah, now a little awkward here for Justin. Just put Allende back in there, that's fine. Okay, I don't know why.
All right, so Tim knows that Justin's going to finish with voice here.
Yes. You have to imagine, although, Tim can still make it awkward by another coup of Saharan for Justin. Yeah, Quagmire would be bad.
I feel like Tim would have done it already if he had it.
You think maybe, although he's not able to do it now. Now, I think the bigger concern for Justin would be Tim trying Purge and Quagmire next turn. Unless Purge is played on turn 3 and I just missed it.
No, you're right. It's out there.
So I have, for blue, I have NATO, OAS, Puppets, Assan, Kitchen. For red, I have Korean War, South African, Quag, Cultural, AI War, Willy Brandt.
Yep.
And then for neutral cards, of course, Asia and Central, and then ABM, Purge, Africa. Sorry, 3 scorings, Asia, Central, and Africa. And then Purge, ABM, and then Cuban Missile Crisis.
That's what I have.
Yeah, I'm always torn as to whether to card track when commentating. Sometimes it's kind of fun to be a little bit clueless about it, but as a viewer, it can be a little frustrating. Commentators are like, "Oh, we haven't seen this." It's like, no, you have.
Yeah, I think it's harder to do it when you're commenting than when you're playing.
Yes, well, certainly. Yeah, you don't have the breaks.
Yeah, I'm trying. I've always card tracked on paper, and I'm trying out the website now to see if it's any better for me.
On paper, so what do? You put like a check mark against.
Yeah, so basically, I made a like a spreadsheet that has all the cards in it, and I have like a shuffle 1, shuffle 2, shuffle 3 column where I check them off if they've gone to the discard, or I cross them out if they've been played.
Okay.
So it's worked well for me, but I'm just seeing if something else might work better.
Yeah, I like the website just because, like, when you reveal your opponent's hand, you can put them all in there. So turn 3, turn 7, you can kind of put them in there, and it's really obvious. The one downside to the website is you can click the wrong button, re-add discards, or add, mid board when you don't need to. That panic.
Well, isn't that what the undo button is for?
Shit, there's an undo button, Derek?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
You're right. Oh, okay. Well, that changes things. I've gotten much better at it. I haven't done that in quite a while, but okay, I'm learning something. Oh, yeah, you're right. It does work. All right, so Tim's thinking long and hard here. He's got 2 cards left in his hand. I think if one was a scoring, it would be a pretty easy decision, unless he's obviously it'd be an easy decision, so that's not it. So I wonder what he's thinking. He's maybe thinking about Ask Not. Could be thinking about whether Quagmire's good. Could be thinking about South African. Okay, there's Cultural Ops. That's also what he was thinking about. Okay, and yeah, I like this. Now, I think, this is going to force...
Because, now Justin has to use something in Africa or in Asia.
Yep. Now, you have the China card. Do you take 2 out of North Korea, for instance? Okay, I think that's good. I like this. Give yourself a chance. The one thing is you have to remember NATO's active, although Quagmire's coming up here. So we'll see who gets it. Justin does.
Scoring.
3 scorings. Okay, so Asia, Central, and Africa. Gets all three of them there. He does draw Quagmire, which he has to do.
Quagmire's huge, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now, but Tim gets Purge, ABM, Cuban Missile Crisis. Yeah, I think Africa's the way to go here. NATO, AAS, that's not Kitchen. Okay. I think Justin might know all of Tim's cards, unless I very possibly missed something. We did get a reshuffle, right?
Yes.
Okay. Wondering if it was a zero card, because are any of these redraws for Justin?
No.
Okay. So zero card reshuffle. Interesting. So I think Africa's the right play, because it's kind of the one that can't be flipped by ABM.
I agree.
So Justin's other priority here is going to be getting Asia off. He does have the China card, but nowhere great to put it. He'd be in a weird situation of like flipping Burma or Afghanistan, I suppose. And Tim's likely going to get 2 coups here. Now Tim knows Justin's hand. A Purge, bad, but really not that bad. Scorings, event to Puppets, event to Nixon. Quagmire goes to space. So, but I think only costs Justin two ops or 3 ops here. So I think we'll see ABM. Tim, not problem free. He does have NATO, which will be active. He does have Purge, but he also has OAS, Asnot, and Kitchen, which I don't know whether that's active. I guess not. Yeah, we realize he's not. Tim, of course, can see that Justin has headlined Africa. South African Unrest, he isn't terrible. It takes away 2 battlegrounds there for Justin. So that was an option for Tim, and then just take your 2 coups. But okay, he's gonna. Interesting. Okay, aggressive play by Tim. Obviously, gonna go to 4 coup Thailand. No, coup Mexico.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
That was a good play.
Yeah, that was a very good play here. So Justin, you got a coup. You got a coup Panama back, but you don't have anything to do it with, really. I guess it has to be China.
I mean, you can get back with Nixon.
Yeah, but
you got to roll big.
Way to stop. Yeah, and no way to stop Asia that way.
Mm-hmm.
I think your only path to stopping Asia right now is flipping over Burma. Which is, I mean, you got a coup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh boy. I suppose you could go Hail Mary with like AI War. But I don't like that. You have to use China. All the China events are out there. You got one of them. You just have to hope this works. This is potentially game deciding here.
And huge roll.
Just huge, and gets NORAD. So, that was a boosted coup with NORAD there. If he had rolled slightly lower, he could have still gotten it. Now what do you do with this? NORAD just totally useless. This game, just utterly useless. Now, okay, I was gonna say if Justin takes Taiwan, but he doesn't have anything to do it with, I suppose you could Puppets in there and then fill it with a 2-op, which of all the exciting plays in Twilight Struggle, let me tell you, put one from Puppets in Taiwan.
Yeah. I mean, all Tim has to do here is flip Lao, and he's got it.
Yeah.
Well, that I think will do it too.
Yep, that'll do it too. Now, Tim I don't think threatening to take Japan
No,
certainly.
no.
But yeah, I think you got to get rid of Central here before something bad happens.
Because you're not getting Ask Not. Like, Tim is holding on to that card
No.
this turn. That is his hold card for sure.
Yes, absolutely. You're going to get OAS. You're going to get OAS. But Tim still has some ammunition in his hand. South Africa is even with Africa scored. It's annoying. Yeah. Okay. This is.
So actually, maybe you do hold one of the scorings until the end, because then that's going to force Tim to use Purge this turn instead of holding that.
Yep, that's true.
You do need to make sure, though, whichever one you're holding, he can't do something awful with Purge on AR7.
Yes, I think Central with the 3 in Panama is pretty solid, although I guess a double tap into Panama, though it's only worth 2 for Tim, so I don't know how worth it is. Okay, so now we got, I think we see Tim put some in Taiwan here, as awkward as that is. We might see Cuban Missile Crisis, Korean War going to Taiwan. And indeed we do. All right, I think that dream is dead there, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Tim is almost certainly going to be well within War Games territory here by the end of the turn. Okay, just gonna say, you know what? Just not even gonna think about that. Tim gets the 3. Central goes down there, so Tim now within War Games territory, and that's before what I think is a 7-point Asia scoring. I'm a little surprised. I might have been interested in eventing that if I'm Tim, but
yeah, it's a rough turn for Justin here.
Yep, certainly. Yep, and just the annoying. Nothing you can do about that, and doesn't, AI war flips Israel over. Yeah, okay, this is bad. Just repair, giving up more VPs. Yeah, rough turn here for Justin. I mean, Africa's already scored, so not a lot of ways to get VPs back. He's kind of in a position of just hoping to draw War Games at this point. And he's got to figure out a way to get both the score and the map back here.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, unless he can get domination in South America, I don't see VP wise how he would get there.
Does not hold. He's going to hold OAS instead. Flip over Africa. And yes, wisely taking the China card back. I think that's imperative.
Yep. Yeah.
Africa, rough shape.
I think you're looking for. This is some nice cards.
Yep. No War Games.
No, not a lot of ops, but some nice events.
Yeah, no, Tim again has headline peak here. Again, again, we're not going to get NORAD off. This is one of the more useless NORADs I've ever seen. Yeah, and Justin, yeah, he's there. We didn't realize that. Flower Power is active. So we Justin's got to hope for Camp David to get Arab Israeli war out. Space Iran Iraq. Just eat brush war, I guess. So I think best case here for Justin is, he needs, he needs Tim to have Europe. He needs Tim to not have war games. Tim takes the China card back. A lot of wows here from Justin.
All right, there's something.
Yeah, that's helpful. Certainly, if Tim has South America, he'll go ahead and drop that now. Also I wonder if Tim thinks he's up enough that he can be cheeky and take Japan with China. I don't think we'll see him do that. But Justin can event Missouri and have China for the rest of the game. CIA is still hanging out. Was never evented. It was UN by Tim. With headline peak, it's tough, but still a path. So, not going to see more games this turn. But Justin is going to be in, real DP trouble here if he has to give up. I guess he's not going to give up 2 awards. He's only going to have to give up 1. But he's got to event Missouri. Oh, no, this is CIA. Okay.
Grain sales.
Equally bad, but again, reduces Justin's path. Some cheeky realigns.
Oh, man. Can't catch a break.
No, I think you have to take. the China card immediately. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Now, I think if you're Tim and you had, problems, you would have just played the China card there.
Mm-hmm.
If you have CIA or something. But still, I think you immediately take it. Just in case. So, Tim is keeping 2 DEFCON traps here this game with UN intervention, CIA on turn 3, I believe. And then Grain. So we'll just go ahead and take Argentina back. Yeah, just puts 3 in there for funsies. Solidarity not active because of the spacing propensity of the cosmonauts this turn. Just rolls another 2 on a brush war. That is brutal. Puts the score at 16. OPEC would make it 19.
And he's got to play one of the other wars. Or I guess he could play China.
No, he's got to space. No, he can space.
Oh, he can. Oh, well.
Well, maybe not anymore.
Yikes.
So now you're going to have to space Iran, Iraq, and hope for Camp David.
Oh, no, don't space Arab Israeli. No.
I don't think we would see Tim. Well, okay, so Tim did have some DEFCON problems there. So Camp David would have been a forced play. I don't know what you do here.
Yeah, that's tough.
You could potentially just harass Tim and prevent him from getting mill-ups by breaking things. If you're that desperate, because 18 is ugly. I don't know. Wonder if we'll see Justin play the China card and you can take Japan and try to fill up Taiwan with it. But Asia's already scored and Justin has far more immediate issues.
Yeah, I think at this point we've seen so many DEF CON cards go. I mean, there's still a DEF CON chance,
Yeah,
but
there's still Duck. There is CIA. There's Teardown. But
5-year
you
plan
kind of
can cause
need,
problems.
yeah, 5-year plan can cause problems. But you need a, okay, well,
Oh,
that's helpful.
that's very helpful.
Yeah, that's
So in
helpful.
your discussions of the nuclear freeze proposals, I urge you to beware the temptation of pride, the temptation of blithely
Yeah, gets the 1 BP back.
declaring yourselves above it all, and label both sides equally at fault, to ignore the facts of history and the aggressive impulses of an evil empire, to simply
Yeah, but
boldly
I just,
embrace a giant
I don't,
misunderstanding. And
there's
thereby
no
remove
Middle
yourself
East
from
event.
trouble
Okay,
and
there's that.
wrong
Just
wrong,
holding on to that for a
good and
while. Hence the overprotecting there of Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, Cuba, Ortega's gone. Can't repair it. I think we'll see Justin hold Solidarity, although it's not great. Well, this is wild. Okay. Okay. Does not work out for Tim.
Oh yeah, hold Solidarity because I think Europe is potentially a path.
I don't know. I think we're at like 6-6 on both of those countries.
It is, but if you get Chernobyl, you get
Yeah.
Pope Solidarity, Teardown, EU. If you just get all of those cards, then you got a shot.
Okay, well that's 2 more VPs there for Justin, so gets them out of like immediate lost territory, which is good, but does not fix the war game situation. All right, just
he can't hold it. Yeah.
Okay. Certainly not complete shot. Tim gets discard. Tim does not have cards to discard. Okay, well, I think there goes the dream of DEF CON.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think CIA, see what you're up against.
Yeah, and it does, if you do have, well, yeah, that's it on the DEF CON side. I think that's it for DEF CON, because even with Duck and Teardown, Justin has no way to discard.
Well, he has 5-year plan.
No, he does have 5-year plan. Right, you're right. Okay, so yes, you see it. You see both of those. You see both Duck and Teardown. You hit 5-year plan. Tim can only space once, so we'll see. But yeah, I think you're certainly more likely to see more games in Tim's hand than both of those.
Mm-hmm.
And Tim can headline Duck if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Which I think he'd do if he doesn't both of those. So yeah, the DEF CON dream is dead, and I think with it, Justin's hope of winning this game. The board state could change enough to favor Justin here, but not to the tune of 13 BPs.
No.
I don't think. Tim going to be able to discard another card here going to turn 10, which does a couple of things. Gets a bad card out of your hand and also increases your chances of war games. Thinking hard here. Good headlines for him. Muslims is still out there. Sock doves. Just do that. Dump Europe. Done with it. OPEC is 3, which doesn't hurt.
Aldrich would probably be a good headline here.
Yeah, Aldrich.
Oh, Glass nice.
And, well, puts the Reformer in effect. That's the other thing.
Or no, it's the other way around.
Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry.
Ooh. Well.
Okay, yeah, so take him to the precipice there. And yeah, he can hold voice. He'll have to give up Japan. And otherwise, not really many problems. Iron Lady. Justin doesn't have anything that's going to force him to give Tim a point, and he can play Alliance for 3 right now. 4 actually with Cuba. So Tim's not going to win the game this turn. Yeah, Justin, you didn't look at that very closely. So what do we got here? So Duck's got to go to space, got to give up, hold boys. I think if you're Justin, you 5-year plan.
Yeah.
Even with the risk of Duck. Okay, big roll there for Justin. We might see Tim play Duck right here. Give some flexibility. No, okay, just going to give up Japan. Coup back in the Middle East, trying to go for the instant win. Now Justin's going to be able to counter this with Alliance. NORAD again, relatively useless. South Africa, I guess, is fine. South Korea is not bad. Get it to China flip land because Tim's hand is not particularly strong now. So it might have gone that direction. But South Africa's fine as well. So I think we'll just see Middle East.
Yeah.
Justin knows he has it. Decall is going to be annoying, but not all that effective. Yeah. No, yeah, you got to do it. I agree. You could wait for Tim's space.
Do it.
You could, you just got to do it. You could wait for Tim's space.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Argentina. I guess you would force him to repair as much as possible there. Man, the first voice was good.
Yeah.
The second two, somewhat ineffective. Yeah, you do Pakistan and then maybe flip it with a China card, although I don't think you'll see Justin be doing any flipping in China. Saudi Arabia is not terrible. AWACS, if you want to have an AWACS, prevent Muslims, because Muslims is still out there. So AWACS is a fairly valuable event for that reason. With the scoring in hand, I might go after Argentina. That's fine as well.
I was going to say, don't go India. You don't even have access to India right now.
Certainly. The forces, I don't have a 3-op. I might have gone back to the card list. What did he want? I guess, you want to force your opponent to play voice.
Maybe, decal, maybe he wanted to get.
Yeah, just discard it, yeah. Yeah, he's going to be able to respond fairly easily to decal. Oh, okay. Justin and I on a text thread about the World Baseball Classic. I don't know, Derek, if you've been following.
I have been following it, but I haven't been following it right now. What's going on?
Yeah. Apparently, the U.S. loaded the bases 2 straight innings and did not score.
Oh, jeez.
Or, no, sorry. Not the U.S. Japan. What am I saying? The U.S. plays tomorrow.
Yeah.
U.S. plays tomorrow. Yeah. Japan did. Okay. Influence. Decall for influence. Okay, fair enough. You have to respond to that. And I think that's his last kind of playable ops card. Now, okay, so now if you're Justin, what can you do here? I think that's good. I just think Muslims is just too bad. So we should see Duck go to space. I think EEU, still a decent event here.
Yeah, South, I was thinking, he's going to get 8 ARs, but Iron Lady is going to be given up, so you're not going to have a chance to do anything to get domination in South.
Yeah. Tim, okay, that's right. He does have North Sea Oil and Iron Lady. Both are, reasonably playable 3-ops cards here. Take that back. Yeah. Okay. Justin's got a coup again. Katie's as good a target as any. You certainly don't want to lose that one VP. Every VP matters here.
I mean, Southeast African gets you domination in Africa.
Yep, that's true too.
I mean, both regions are unscored, but I think Africa gets you a little more VPs.
Yeah. So we got defectors and North Sea oil on Tim's side here.
Yep.
Whoa, why? Okay, okay, all right. I guess hoping for a realigns. It does enough.
Yeah, I mean he's got to go for some variance here with the scoreboard where it is.
So he's going to get the eight ARs, I suppose. I mean, the Solidarity already being gone, Pope not being invented makes this rough. Tim will get a point here. Yep, why not? Just to fortify Mexico. So you could still see EU, and then, but even still, both of those countries still overprotected. So even a jam doesn't do you much.
You just have to hope for Chernobyl next turn. You have to event EU.
Yes, I agree. You have to. Question is, what do you do? Okay, that's good. Let's see what Tim does. He has 3 ups here. I think we might see him. I don't know that he has really any good jam targets himself. Japan, I suppose, or Libya. Libya is probably the best. I think we might see that with North Sea oil here. You just let Justin realign. Nope. Go back. And it's big. Yeah, and now do you jam anyways? You do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Once again, Tim not discarding. Okie dokie. No war games.
Chernobyl.
But it does get Chernobyl, so.
I don't know if he's got the ops to do it, though.
What are you going to do? Just put it to 5? No, put it to 2. Play war games.
Yeah. I think this game is over.
Yep. Bummer. Yeah, Justin might have had the ops to do it. I'm not. Would have been tough. And there's war games. All right. Well, GG's. Tough one there for Justin. Strong start, and really flipped over there for Tim. And Tim just did a really good job of overprotecting things, making both VOA and NORAD pretty ineffective there. Justin misses two brush rolls. Tim gets some good realigns, and I think that was pretty much the difference.
Yeah, rough game there for. Oh, hey Justin.
Hey.
Yeah, rough game there. That turned around pretty quick on that turn 7.
Yeah. I mean, I saw my turn 7 hand and saw what he had, and all right, well, that's it. That is part of the game, unfortunately.
All right, Justin's in space somewhere.
Yeah, he was finally able to hit a space roll.
Goes to space.
You guys hear me?
Oh.
Yeah, now it's better. You were, yeah. Now it's better.
Yeah. It was honestly frustrating because I just my turn 7 hand was. I mean, that was the game. I got all scorings and he got ABM. And I mean, if I get ABM, it's a totally different game.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, if he doesn't get war games there, I have enough with Truman.
Truman, right? Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of Truman.
We missed that, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, you did. You had enough.
I have. If he doesn't get war games, I have zero control after all of that. So,
Yep. Now, I think if he didn't have more games, how I learned, I might have been tempted to set to 5 from Tim, and maybe go for some rail lines there for some protection. But yeah, I think some tough draws there. Again, the 2 failed brush wars, obviously devastating IP war there on turn 2. But you still have a chance turn 10, so can't ask for much more than that.
yeah. I mean, I knew the IT roll was coming. I knew it was missed. I knew it was going to roll. Yeah. And then I just need to be my sword. If, yeah.
So, all right, we're losing you again, Justin. Thank you for crushing my hopes of winning my division. Really appreciate that.
Not fun.
All right. Well,
we appreciate you letting us comment on it, Derek. Thanks as always for hosting.
oh, of course. Yeah. I'll see you guys in the playoffs.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Later, guys.